figure out what I should do for my very first video.
Maya's meringues are literally one of the best desserts I've ever had.
Well, this is definitely a lot messier than it usually is, but I still think it will turn out just as delicious.
Thumbs up for Maya. Now we just can't tell anybody else they're done, but Maya and I can enjoy them all.
Hey guys, it's Maya, and this is my first video on my brand new channel. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be doing lots of different videos on a bunch of topics because I like a lot of different things. I was trying to figure out what I should do for my very first video, and I thought I should share about my very own meringue business that I have. I sell meringues to like neighbors and kids at school. I don't know if you guys have ever had a meringue, but I love them. So let's head downstairs and I could show you guys how to make them. Hey Sandy! I'm going to the kitchen to make some meringues. You like meringues? Oh, you're so cute. Come on, let's go to the kitchen. Oh, good girl. Good girl. I should definitely wash my hands because I just pet Sandy, but really anytime you bake, you need to make sure you wash your hands. Now I gotta go collect all of the ingredients. Luckily, when you're making meringues, you don't need a whole lot of ingredients. All you need is 1 cup of sugar, 4 eggs, but I only use the egg whites, a half a teaspoon of vanilla, and a little pinch of salt. Sometimes I use a hand mixer to whisk the meringues, but this time I'm gonna be using this big boy. First step is you take your 4 eggs, but you only need the egg whites. I just have 2 bowls, one for the eggs and one for the egg whites. So I just take my egg, crack it, and put the whole thing in. Then once it's in, I take half the eggshell and just scoop out that yolk. And do that to the rest of it. I don't know if that's how the professionals do it, but that's how Maya does it. And now I have my beautiful egg whites, and I'm gonna pour them into the mixer. And I'm also gonna put a pinch of salt in there, kind of put a little bit in my hand. When I think it's about a pinch, I'll just put that in there. And then I'm gonna whisk it until soft peaks form. This step you have to whisk for about 3 to 5 minutes, and my mom always suggests clean up as you go, so I'm gonna put my dishes in the dishwasher. While the eggs are whisking, I'm gonna go check in with Addie, and she's gonna tell you how good the meringues are since you guys won't be able to taste them. All right, Addie, you're gonna have to put your book down for a minute.
Okay, so Maya's meringues are literally one of the best desserts I've ever had. I was at Ocala at a horse show for 2 weeks earlier this month, and they have a full-on pastry shop with really fancy desserts. None of them were as good as Maya's meringues. Like, I tried so many things there, but I was craving her meringues the entire time. And when I got home, I finally got some.
Let's go check on the meringue, the egg mixture, what do you call that? All right, so they're not quite done yet because they're getting sort of foamy, but when they're done, it's like they're pretty foamy. They're almost there. For Christmas, I got my very own ripstick, and it is so much fun. So we're waiting for the meringues to get whipped. I'm gonna show you how much fun this is. See, it's kind of like a skateboard, but you gotta wiggle to move it. Before I do anything else, I want to preheat the oven. I'm going to preheat it to 250 degrees Fahrenheit. The eggs are done whisking, which means it's time for the next step. I'm actually going to turn the stand mixer back on, and I'm going to gradually add 1 tablespoon at a time into the mix, and I'm going to let the sugar dissolve, then I'll add another. This process can take a while because you want to make sure that you don't rush it and that you let the sugar dissolve. All the sugar has been added and dissolved, so now I'm gonna let it whisk on high for 3 minutes before I add in the vanilla. The 3 minutes are up, and you can see that the meringues look super fluffy and shiny. So now I'm gonna add my half a teaspoon of vanilla and put it back on high.
I'm hijacking Maya's camera and video. Hi, Maya.
Hello.
I know, she's making meringues. We love Maya's meringues. Like, we have a problem because how often do you make these? What would you say?
Like
A lot.
every other day or like every 2 days.
She makes them all the
them
time.
a
We're
lot.
always out of eggs because Maya's always making meringues.
Yeah.
And the whole family, we're like vultures because she makes them, I don't know if you told them, like she sells them to classmates and she'll put up stands outside. But as soon as they come out of the oven, our family's like vultures and we're like, meringues! And we go over there and we just gobble them up because
They're
they're so
usually
good.
gone in one day.
If they even last a full day. What are you doing now, Maya?
So now I'm probably gonna add some color to it,
Okay.
so it's nice and bright. I just have to choose the color.
Our pantry is really messy.
It's something. Got it. Well, since I'm wearing blue today, I think I'm gonna go with blue meringues today. Hopefully I don't dye my hands blue in the process. I'm just gonna put a few drops of food coloring because if I put too much, it'll start to taste like food coloring and so it'll just be faint. It's looking good. Now I have a baking sheet and I'm lining it with parchment paper. Recently I've been making my meringues extra fancy and piping them with a piping bag and a star tip. But if you don't have that, you can just use a teaspoon and drop them onto the sheet. It tastes the same either way, so it doesn't really matter. I haven't quite mastered how to get the mix into the bag yet. This might be a little messy. I'm sure there's a good YouTube tutorial on this that I should be watching.
Teamwork for this part.
Yeah.
I think we switched to a measuring cup instead of the spatula.
This is my first time using this big of a tip. Last time I used a smaller one and I think I like that one a bit better. Well, this is definitely a lot messier than it usually is, but I still think it will turn out just as delicious. Now we have to put them in the oven. But before we put them in the oven, we have to change the temperature to 194. I always thought it was weird how you put it really high, then when you're about to put them in, you put it low, but I just follow the recipe. To me, the most annoying part about making meringues is how long they have to go in the oven for. You have to put them in for 1 hour and 30 minutes, then you have to turn off the oven and let them sit till they're completely cool. Alexa, set an 1 hour and 30 minute timer.
1 hour and 30 minutes, starting now.
The meringues came out and they are perfect. You can see they're hard and they're not gooey anymore. Let's do a taste test. Mine is so good. Let's see if she uses it.
I think we need more taste testers.
Let me see it. Would you eat it?
Thumbs up for Maya. Now we just can't tell anybody else they're done, so that Maya and I can enjoy them all.
Thank you guys so much for watching my first video. I hope you had fun baking meringues with me. I'd love to hear your guys' ideas for video ideas and how often I should post. Just comment in the comment section below. Thank you. Bye.